A few weeks ago, I had the opportunity to shoot a big American commercial. It was the first casting I'd gone to in over 7 years. I've been so busy facilitating and speaking that I haven't had a chance to go to auditions. And because of lockdown, I suddenly had a bit of extra time and I found myself, landing this really great role. First casting I went back to. And back on set, it was an absolute culture shock. I've spent the last 10 years in and out of corporate boardrooms, speaking at conferences, working with businesses and leaders to kind of set their strategic direction, deal with the issues that they have in their businesses. And here I was in this brand new industry again. But it was on about day 3 of being back in this film world that I suddenly realized there were some pretty cool lessons that corporate could learn from life on a film set. When I speak to leaders, generally they have, it doesn't matter what industry you're in, you seem to have common issues. So there'll be issues around communication, around clarity, people not knowing where they fit in the organization, and also, commitment, getting people committed and respecting the journey that they're on. Looking around a film set, which is a strange environment, everyone's kind of in their casual clothes, they're very, very busy. I suddenly realized that a lot of these things that we struggle with in other industries don't seem to be an issue in the film industry. And I started unpacking why that might be. And I want to share that with you. The first one was around communication. Now, when you're involved in a commercial specifically, this is months of planning. And by the time you get on set, you're taking an agency's vision for a product and you're now trying to bring it to life. There is no room for error. Things are hectic. And in order to make sure that no errors occur, the communication has to be crystal clear. And how that is done is through, firstly, you receive what is known as a call sheet, and that shows you minute by minute how the day is going to run. But to add to that clarity, they also give you a storyboard. So it shows you the story of the advert, what you're trying to create, and what you're going to be shooting that day. Now, when you step back into business and into life, when we have a big strategy and this is what we're doing for the next 5 years, often that document gets, written really beautifully and it gets put in a drawer and then we wonder why nothing's happened. Imagine if you storyboarded your vision. Imagine if you took that storyboard and, month by month, had it up somewhere. This is the part of our vision that we're working on this month or this quarter. Imagine if we did that. Imagine if we made it really easy for people to see where they were going. So that communication is key, and it really does remove the opportunity for error. So it's really something for all of us to learn from. The second thing is around clarity, or specifically role clarity. Often when I'm working with teams, people go, I love this business, I love where we're going, but I'm not 100% sure where I fit or where my role starts and ends. And it causes a lot of discomfort and often can lead to a lot of discord. When you are on a film set, every single person knows exactly what they should be doing. There is no room for misconception. People know if you're doing wardrobe, you're doing wardrobe. If you're catering, you're catering. If you're doing the lighting, that's what you're doing. And as a result of that utter clarity and also kind of the hierarchy, there's a high amount of respect. So people know that, director, that's our top dog for the day. We're going to defer to him. But I know the line of command that I need to go through to communicate my needs. And I'm going to do it respectfully because we all are wanting to make sure that this goes well. So you see huge respect. You'll see your top guys talking with utter respect to your catering staff because they understand they play a very important role, as important in making sure things go smoothly as your director of photography. So I found that really rewarding, that this role clarity seemed to lead to an improved amount of respect. The third thing that blew me away, and seeing it again and experiencing again after such a long break, was commitment. Again, a big issue in a lot of teams is there isn't that commitment, there isn't that buy-in. But when you walk onto a film set, every single person is committed to making sure it's a success. And they will put in the hours, they will put in the effort, they will put in the time to make sure that that realized vision comes to life. And that is probably because it's so well communicated up front, because they know exactly where they fit, and now they are committed to making it happen. Probably why it's easier around the commitment here is an advert is anywhere from 1 day to 5 days. So it's a much shorter timeline. I know there's much bigger issues that you'll be dealing with in a corporate space because things take longer. But again, I think it comes back to if we look at the way we're communicating what it is that we're trying to achieve, if we're making sure that everyone knows exactly where they fit in that picture and respects their part of the journey, then you're probably more likely to get that commitment that you're looking for. So those are my 3 things that really stood out for me from being back on set. I'm hoping that I get back on set again soon. I actually loved it. It was quite fun being a star and getting my hair and makeup done. But I'm quite excited to be back in corporate boardrooms again and facilitating online. But I think it's important for us to learn from other industries, to look at what they're doing well and seeing how can we apply it to ours. So I hope those 3 lessons are useful for you. Please, feel free to put comments below. Let me know what's working for you. How do these things play out in your business? Where would you like to see them improve? And yeah, feel free to give me a shout because I'm always available to help you take your business to the next level and to improve communication, clarity, and commitment. Awesome. I'll see you on the flip side.